I'm Cheri Trumbo. I teach at Stratford High School. I teach special education and math, and I've been seeing this going on for a while. We've made a ton of improvements at Stratford, and I used to be extremely proud of our scores, and I'm not so proud anymore. I'd like it to reflect what we're really doing. So I was given a class the week before fall break on the Monday, and I was told the Friday before, that was November 28th, of kids that they had pulled out last year, were not allowed to test on the EOC, threw them in A+, and then they found out, oh, since they've never failed the class, they're not allowed to be an A+, which is the rule, and they needed a certified teacher to teach them, so I got them, and I had 13 days with them before part 1 of the new TN-ready EOC, which is a nightmare, and today they took the second part of the TN-ready EOC. So, you know, they were pulled out and they weren't allowed to test. And
any questions that you
there
might?
was, there's also the ACT. I don't know about this last year, but the year before, I had 13 students approved to take to get accommodations with the ACT read aloud.
Ma'am, we've narrowed our focus to end of course.
Okay, they didn't allow them to test either.
So, but that's fine. But
Okay.
The ACT or other kinds of testing out there, we haven't published that as something we're going to be discussing.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to cut you off, but in essence I am. But in end of course, please continue on. So
they've been not allowing kids to test for quite a few years at my school. Once they got to the 95% attendance, then they would cherry pick which students weren't going to take it. And I have where the students were actually present that day to take the test, and they were not allowed to do it.
Any questions from the membership? Representative Womack.
Thank you, Ms. Trumbo, for coming in. So you teach special ed, correct?
Yes.
And you're funded with federal dollars, is that right?
Yes, special ed's funded federally.
Okay,
Not all of it, but some of it.
But you've been taken away from some of those classes to teach
Yes. I was pulled away
algebra.
I was pulled away from my co-teaching inclusion class to teach this other class that has no students that are special eds.
So none are special ed, and these are all Algebra 1 students that were pulled from the class and didn't take the EOC.
Not all of them. There were a few that came from other places, and there was one that snuck in. She was pulled out of the class, but she still took the EOC. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
Okay, but most of these students were pulled from their class in the second semester, not allowed to take the EOC, and now they're being there's a special class being created.
Yeah.
Are their schedules being altered as well?
Their entire schedule had to change.
So their entire schedule, have the parents been notified? This is one thing we learned a while ago, that the parents must be notified, that the principal's got to sit down with the parents, and the counselor's have to sit down and notify the parents that the child's schedule's been changed.
I was told Friday afternoon, the 25th of November, not November, October. No, let me try again. Let's try September, because this was the week before October 1st. So September 26th, Friday afternoon about 12 o'clock, the principal, the assistant principal, and the lead counselor came to my door, and they said, "You're getting these students starting Monday, and you have to prepare them for the Algebra 1 exam."
And you're a special ed teacher, and you were pulled from your classes to teach a specially created class where these students were pulled from their regular schedule to teach them and bring. It's a cram course for EOC.
They were in A+ in a period altogether, but my only available time was not that same period, so all of their schedule had to change.
So what the district is trying to do is hurry up and get the kids that weren't given the EOC last year like they were supposed to be an opportunity to take it now in a specially
and it will not
created
count
class
this year because it's the new TN ready EOC, so we have 3 years to build those scores, and they can't be compared to EOC scores last year.
Well, that doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. They should have taken the test last year. That's what they were required to do last semester. in the spring. So thank you very much.